never wanted to say this about Edwin Sifuna, but because you've asked me, I think I will say it. For your information, Sifuna and I were circumcised in the same year. He is my Edbet, whom we share a lot of things in common. And in our culture, I am not, if I fight the Sifuna, then a goat must be slaughtered, because we are commonly known as Bakoke. We all belong to an extent called Basawa. People were circumcised between the years of 1996 and 1998. So we have such a strong bond. Yeah. If I would circumcise my boy, I have to give Sifuna a cow. You know, if Sifuna's son comes to my compound here during that rite of passage, I have to give them a goat. And I never wanted to say this, but I'm going to say this. The discussion of forming a broad-based government began many months behind the date that it was announced. There was an agreement that ODM would afford experts to join government. And there were many names of the potential cabinet ministers that were to be considered. And Edwin Sifuna's name was there. As the Secretary General of the party, his name was there. Then somehow, his name was removed because his leaders preferred Weekly for Banana. And they felt like they should not have two names from the Mulembe nation as experts. So that is how Edwin Sifuna's name was removed. Of course, there were many discussions and many lobby. I happen to have been among the people that Sifuna approached to just to ensure that we push his name through so that he can be appointed cabinet minister. But of course, there are very many of other dynamics that are favored and based upon, including an attempt by some people whom we believed were sponsored by Edwin Sifuna to attempt to go to court and argue that Beso Paranya is have an active case with EACC and is therefore not fit to be appointed as whatever. But Papa strongly believed that he's either Biblical Paranya or no nominal person from our region. And that is how Sifuna's name was dropped from that list. And I think that made Sifuna was a bit perepita. He did not support the whole arrangements. When he was reading the MOU, knowing that his name was had been removed, he was reading the MOU like he was forced, like as if somebody had put a gun on his head, and that is understood. So whatever Edwin Sifuna says against the broad-based government everywhere Kenyans should not take it within the seriousness that it serves, because they should just take it like a yielded labor, like an interest party. And I think from where I sit, Edwin Sifuna is conflicted in talking against broad-based government because he was an interested party. He's just throwing the petrol because he was never a beneficiary. But I want to tell you, if his name was among those that were picked for cabinet positions, Sifuna could be a defender of his purpose government and lead these outcomes. So I think the government, the Kenyan people should not read too much in what comes out of Edwin Sifuna, because I told the country for the first time that Sifuna is a bitter man because his name was removed, and he thought that being the Secretary General of ODM, and then he ought to be the first to be considered an expert for the country. So he had decided now that my expertise were never wanted in the promotion of his government. Now he's appearing on TV and all other forums to share his expertise, his wisdom to the rest of the country.
In regards to that, what do you think about Honorable Babu?
Let me tell you, Babu, is a very strong governor candidate for NET. Babu, and myself, because of being the people's project, where we have reached, we can win the seats that we are looking for on whatever party, or even without any party. He terrorized a person you've kept mentioning from Nairobi until the guy saw stars. He tried to disappear. And we can only say that the guy leaving Nairobi to Bungoma is akin to the proverbial statement that coming out of the frying pan to the fire. It's still the same, still one the same. So Baba is, if there is a candidate that would give Sakaja sleepless nights, is Baba. That one is suffocating. And I think Baba and myself, we have some commonalities. Both our opponents, I'm told, are doing opinion polls after every 2 months. And consistently for the last 2 years, I think we've been now very ahead. That's why they usually have add-on projects, is one to the other, one to the other, one to the other. And the difference between Babu and myself is that Babu is a very small difference. Yeah. Babu has 2 university degrees. I have 2 university degrees. He has 2 master's degrees. I have 2 master's degrees. I am also a PhD finalist. By December, I will have completed my PhD in